Welcome to the stream, everybody. What do we do today? Let me tell you what we're gonna do today. Gonna be a little creative today. It's Saturday morning art tunes with this Saturday morning art goon. So this doodle was drawn by Renard. Now, a very interesting doodle, scribble, what have you. Let's see what we can do with it, eh? Because I do not immediately know. Got a lot of people in town today. Hey, hey. Doing well. Welcome to my studio. Beautiful. Yeah, thanks, bud. Let me turn this microphone off. I am live on the internet. Look at that. So yeah, this is my art. You made all this? Yes, sir. That I've been working on for over a year.
Have you got a name for it yet?
No.
No.
It's the Gila. It's here. I'm from Tucson. I moved here like 4 years ago.
Okay.
And so that's why the Sonoran Desert motif is kind of prevalent. Yeah. But I decided when I moved out here, I got to stop doing those cactus, start doing these trees out here. So this is a trail up in the Gila, the Ben Lily Trail.
Really?
Yeah, and it looks out.
That is beautiful.
Thanks, man. I don't know what it is exactly. I mean, people see different things. People see a waterfall here.
Said,
you know, like
everyone in the studio.
Like to say, I actually do see a face.
Yeah, nice.
If you don't mind me, if I could step around and point it to you. Really?
Yeah. Because I'll show you the one I see.
Because like I'm an artist. Like I like to draw and all that too.
Yeah, but.
I like to draw.
Nice.
But right here, I can picture a face, like the eye, the nose, the mouth.
Oh, right there.
And
then right here, you can see a serpent. Like like the eye.
Yeah. Like a dragon of sorts.
Yeah, coming out.
Wow, that's interesting.
how long does it take you to hit that? And he said that one.
Oh, that one. That's an old painting.
That's sand art, right?
Wow.
Well, no, it's an acrylic painting, but it's kind of reminiscent of doing something that would take time and patience and
Wait, how long did it take you to make? Like, Dina made
a long time.
Dina made like a fire dancing. What are you working on right now?
He's talking about fire dancers like that.
What are you working on right now?
Yeah.
That's cool. You guys are from Oklahoma?
Yes.
All right.
How'd you know?
Can you make one?
Yes.
No, I know you were in that van.
No, that one ain't mine.
That ain't yours?
No.
Shut up.
No, that's actually
We have multiple people from Oklahoma.
There's actually close to 100 of us. So,
Welcome.
we've been coming down for the last 6 years doing the fire dance
Okay.
for the town.
Okay.
We do it over there in the center.
Love it.
And that's what we mostly do. So, it's an amazing experience to be down here. So. And my daughter, I told her, I was like, we're going to go around, see galleries.
And here you are.
Yeah. So,
That's wonderful.
What are you working on right
I
now?
appreciate the art. Beautiful.
What am I working on right now? So this is a new thing that I'm doing on YouTube, and basically people send me from all over the world a doodle or a scribble, and I create something out of it live on the internet. We all try to figure out what to do, and then we draw something. So
What's your YouTube channel?
Okay, well, there's the art channel, which is Dalton Gallery. So this is a dragon I was working on just for fun. Just yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I have so many. Like some are like I did Scooby Doo. Where are they all? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, here they are.
You were doing Scooby.
Yeah, I did all kinds of different things that people sent in. So yeah, there's the Scooby Doo. So you can send in your doodle to my email. I have a Twitter. I have a game at night. So yeah, I play Warzone live.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm 15 years old, so
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with playing video games.
no, absolutely not.
Oh, when you're 50 years old.
I'm 50 years old.
You jump on the market.
There's something grotesque that I made on a doodle.
Wow.
You know? Yeah, just some crazy mouth.
That is amazing.
Reminiscent of mine without the missing front teeth.
But he has yellow teeth.
And he has yellow teeth. But he's still missing the front. See,
Yeah.
I rode my skateboard into something and then the dentist had to take out the rest. He was
Wow.
like, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, yeah. So I
Wow.
was okay with it, but I'm still getting over it.
Yeah, hey, that's your keep.
This teeth, it's
you know,
it's the first thing people
it's
see.
important.
It is seemingly important.
Yeah.
So this is also, let me get this out of the way, this train set
Wow.
I'm working on, and this is something I got when I was 7 years old.
Really?
We set it up for 2 weeks, and then I put it away. Now I'm 50, and I'm doing it again online,
Wow.
because I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
And, you know,
that's awesome.
creating things, and I'm gonna make a whole train set with a camera on it, and
Wow.
people
Let it go around.
go around through
Yeah.
worlds, like
That would be awesome.
Warzone worlds, Rocket League worlds, games that I play.
But Rocket League.
I love Rocket League.
Space Galleria is
But
my
do you play Fortnite?
YouTube channel that has all of it. Nah,
Oh, yeah, we gotta remember that.
what is it called?
Space Gallery?
Space Galleria.
Space Galleria.
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, it's all good. You can find me in the world, but yeah, just look it up right now and then boom, bam.
Can you show us how you can make?
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna take some time.
Yeah. We'll come back.
It's part of the yeah. If you come back in a little while, you'll see where we've gone.
Progress. Like,
Okay,
picture the
we'll keep
progress
that.
from here.
Because I really don't know what I see yet. We had somebody in the chat say that they said I'm seeing a monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there we are live.
What did I say? Did he subscribe?
There we are live.
Yeah, has he?
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, appreciate you.
Hey,
Alan Goody.
Hey, look,
And
he made
Al?
Look, he made
Alan.
it 20. Look, he
Pleasure.
made that thing 21 hours ago.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
All right.
There's a lot of videos on there that you can enjoy.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back and check out everything.
All right,
Appreciate
Alan.
it. Thank you.
Thank
Hey,
you
where
all.
Do you have a hotel?
No, I live here. This is my building.
You live here?
Yes,
Wait,
yes.
so is that-
In the back, yep. My home is back there.
I know, that's what's private. They're not.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. You put your hand up there now. Oh, yeah. Hi.
Bye now.
I'm watching it live.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye. Totally fine.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys, while the people were here. So, snap back. Appreciate you being here, bud. It's been a long time. You see a monocle. I kind of understand that. Mr. Should I just... it's a little bit big. I was hoping to put something within it. This time, hopefully building something around. So, what kind of, like maybe a cartoon of sorts that we're all familiar with? When I see the shape of this head, I see like a Betty Boop style thing, but all in all, I'm not too interested in making Betty Boop. However, I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this. So, what to do with this? So that's very cool. Those people were from Oklahoma, fire dancers, and they come in to do a celebration here in town, and I think it's truly wonderful. What kind of cartoon? Let's see, monocle. The thing is with, ooh. Okay, all right. All right. I wonder if we can get away with that. What if it's a close-up? No. This process is long and arduous. Any suggestions would help. Do you all see anything? Type it into the chat and just tell me what you see out of this. Because this is the dedicated piece that I'm going with. I have another doodle over, but I think we should really nail out this one. I mean, that could be a nose. No. Yes. Ooh, what was that guy's name? In the 1930s, he had a giant whiskey nose. What was his name? He's like, yeah. He sounded like that, you know. What was his name? Let me just type in. Big nose. It's interesting. All right. All right. I got an idea. It's Halloween coming up. Yes. It's an interesting idea.
Lee said, W.C. Fields.
W.C. Fields, thank you very much. My goodness. Oh, yesterday during the stream, by the way, it kept cutting out and then popping open. So I don't know what was wrong. I think it was the internet out here in the desert. If that happens today, I apologize ahead of time. I'm really just trying to work this out. I would love to provide the best of internet coverage of these events, but it's a slow process out here. W.C. Fields. Can I turn this into a W.C. Fields? Not entirely. Maybe. No. Nope. This is a tough one. This, I mean, if I wish my heart of hearts, I would have stopped here and been like, yeah, that's a doodle for the guy. But we're going to add this one in. It really just throws off everything, doesn't it? It makes my job a little bit more difficult than normal. Again, if you all have any suggestions, I'm trying to find images that would relate to the same structure and that I could work off of, but nothing is immediately hitting me as this, do this, do that. Like, you know, the time before we had the anime kind of vibe going. What kind of vibe is this? Now, if I were to just, my mind, no influence, I suppose so weird. I was like, "You guys from Oklahoma?" He's like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And then I said, "That's your van." He says, "No, it's not our van." That's fun. We're just going to start moving lines, and hopefully something comes about. I almost see this being a road of sorts, but that it ends there. I don't know what this all is. Now that I've connected these lines, it has dictated a certain
Boomer Lee
vibe.
said, W.C. Fields. Boomer Lee said, I need help face chat after. Boomer Lee said, needs Viagra. Update you Korean War said, will tomorrow stream 3 a.m. Europe time, region letter U.
You need help with a face chat? I know nothing about face chat. I face chatted once in my life and it was under duress. What is this? Ooh. Let's see. Fire dancers. Let's just vibe with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Imaya. No. I don't want some Burning Man fire dancer. Thank you very much. I want something more traditional, sirs and madams, and betweens. Anadarko, Oklahoma, USA. Yes. Let's figure this out right now. Right now. I mean, we might have to get rid of this line just to start over since we're on this now. I mean, speaking of fire dancers, this circle is a very natural circle that happens when one swings their arms. I have to do it justice. People will be back to enjoy the process. Okay. All right, so this is, I like this. This is the most frustrating part of these, where I have to really be okay and go, this is where I'm going with this. Such beautiful, like, garb. Red Earth Native American Cultural Festival celebrates 25 years in Oklahoma. And the festivals are just beautiful. The insane colors and beadwork around the head. It's phenomenal. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing. Feel free to look it up on the internet. My goodness. How? I really want to make this happen now. All right. This is a straight line. So far, so good. And it's such a large straight line. It could be a sword. But if that's a sword, what is this? Okay. It could be a neck. Seems a little far, but maybe not. Let's just try something here, folks. This is what this is all about. We're going to sketch this and see if it kind of fits the form, yeah? We gonna sketch this and see if it fits the form that we wanna see. It's a form. Yay, yay. Okay, so far it shouldn't look like anything. Interesting. See, this is where it screws up. Like this. I need to figure this out. This is important. I am not going to be foiled by this. We will achieve something here.
Boomerly said, "You grew up under duress. I believe you can do it all."
He grew up under duress.
Said, "Video 4-leaf clover,
That's good stuff.
4-leaf clover. XRYXIX.
Welcome,
I'm
XRYXIX.
thinking art easel or swan while looking at it.
I keep thinking
XRYXIX.
art easel or swan.
Sword QND shield could be. XRYXIX. Said, snake on a tree branch.
Snake on a tree branch. I like us all. I'm going to look at the swan idea. I like that also because it's a simple, not simple, nothing is simple. It is something that has natural flow to it that seems
XRYXIX.
it could be.
Said, oh yeah, I can call me crisis like the game.
Okay, so literally this could be water. Like say if I just made this keep watery, 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 then the body, oh, I kind of get it. Like say the
I
wings.
posted my video I told you about yesterday. It's called LAST of Atlas, X Atlas, and LAST. I think you're gonna enjoy it.
Hey, thanks, man. I will definitely look that up.
Said, sounds cool.
That's too big. We'll only see part of said swan if I do that. How do I make sure that the whole bird is included? If I were to do a whole bird inclusion, gosh, oh golly. I mean, they're pretty simple when it comes to design. There's his neck. It's got that weird bill on its forehead, which says, I'm a swan. And then I'm just going to wrap that around. See what I mean? Oh, that wasn't the internet breaking. I hope. And again, if the internet does stop, I apologize. It will just boot itself back on like yesterday. Holy cow, I think a swan might do it. If I'm looking at this as a whole, it's a little cheaty, like I'm cheating.
XRYXIX said, good luck, yeah. XRYXIX said, yes.
Get rid of that. Dude. Then we just gotta, like, you know, make the art. Make it happen. I mean, why not? Let's get this inked in, shall we? I mean, I wonder what it's really going to end up as, what it's going to look like, that is. Because of the style of the ink. Who knows? That's the first set of feathers. Let's throw some back.
Said, oh, nice. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, me too. Let's think about the other feathers that could be there and very interesting, and they're going to be kind of, some of them are going to be out of the picture. That's all right. We just want the folds. And then there's probably, let's use a pencil first, because I'm not that brave. I am not that brave. What could it be? Okay, let's work on this.
XRYXIX said, good idea. I like drawing with pen, but it is a whole thing.
It is a whole thing. You are not wrong. Let's find out where his eyeball is. And let's find out where his beak is. It's going to be an art swan today. Interesting. Interesting. I guess I need to start in the front. Oh, you know what? Today, by the way, a little off track, off course, off topic. A swan, that's silly. What did I do today? So, I'm working on the local disc golf club thing. My buddy, he's like, welcome to the club, and he gives me, donates to me this, says I need a putter. So I was like, cool. Earlier today, I rode my skateboard down, I got myself a putter and a big old long fairway driver. Whoosha! So we have a couple cool courses here in town. The weather is absolutely perfect for it. And I'm going to start doing disc golf. What? We might do our first one this afternoon. Just throwing that out there. A little bit of my excitement. Yeah, swan. Look at that. A freaking swan, man. It's going to be an art swan, you know what I mean? Just a real artsy swan. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is ridiculous. It's always the same, isn't it? It's kind of the beauty of maybe doing this. I think part of my fun is telling people how I enjoy doing this in front of people, you know, because it's odd for an artist to let themselves be so in the moment in front of everybody. So I enjoy telling people that, but this whole process that's happening right now is difficult. But today, at least we're going to have some fun with this. What color should the swan be? And let's work with some pencils and just start shading it in, maybe. That'll be a little bit probably more appropriate. I don't know about you all, but I kind of want to go see these hundreds of people doing the native fire dancing. So first things first, we're going to round off a lot of the edges. I think that'll be important. And we can figure out the feathers that could be important. Baby steps, though. Real small baby steps. It's such a cool group of people with the kids, and they were just all happy. The kids are like, how long does that take? I was trying to, infer the idea that time is irrelevant often in the art process, but it is something. I mean, my recent videos were titled painting that's taking over a year, meaning that time does, fall into it.
Painting with squirrels, said, glitter bombs.
What's up, painting with squirrels?
Painting with squirrels,
Welcome.
said, GTSY guys.
Glitter bomb. Maybe a robot swan. Interesting. Very interesting. Probably could have just kept going on the dragon I was
Painting with
working on
squirrels,
yesterday.
said, getting some supper before singing.
Oh, okay. Karaoke night. Maybe. I guess Rocket League is a pretty big game nowadays. I mean, they're making Ford Broncos and Rocket League like a real car, a Rocket League car, but in real life. Obviously doesn't
Painting with
fly,
squirrels, said, woohoo.
but it's funny, and the kids are like, Rocket League, I like Rocket League.
Painting with squirrels, said, hop you can make.
Painting with hop you can make. Huh?
Painting with squirrels, said, if I pop up open panel.
Huh? You lost me there. Sorry. I really don't know how we're going to achieve a swan here. I mean, obviously it's got the shape. Okay, so I'm not going to be saying that. I'm just saying, like, what am I going to do with this bird? I just don't know.
Painting with squirrels said, hope you can make it by.
Oh, to your stream. Got it.
Painting with squirrels said, it's an open panel stream yard.
Oh, that's cool. Open panel StreamYard, so you have guests and things like that. That's cool. I never join people's streams, so please don't give me too much flack when it doesn't happen. But I always enjoy watching. I can chime in on chat, but when I'm not doing my thing, it's like I don't want any part of I'd have to include that as part of my thing. And it could be something we could do down the road or something like that, but the only reason I'm saying this is because my buddy got kind of bent out of shape maybe the other day when I didn't join his panel. And I just don't do that.
Painting with squirrels said, yes. Painting with squirrels said, not at all. Painting with squirrels said, understand.
Yeah, thanks.
Painting with squirrels said, request a song if you likes.
Yeah, cool. That's generally what I do. I show up to people's shows and have fun within their community. But yeah, thanks for understanding. I'm very self-conscious of my teeth, man. I mean, geese, goose, duck,
Painting with squirrels
Duck, duck,
said,
goose.
We used to give people hard time, but not anymore. Some people don't.
Yeah, it's like it's the difference between feeling in control and having no control over what's going on in the stream yards or whatever. And then, making a mistake is seemingly controllable in your own world, but making a mistake in someone else's world, I mean, generally can be detrimental to a real career. Not that I have one or a YouTube career at all, but I'm saying, I think that's what people tend to like to control the aspect of whatever they're doing. Lives are rare in the entertainment industry. Not that that's a thing anymore. I think video games and YouTube has overblown the entertainment industry. So, not to worry about that. Cartoon. Ooh. Know what I mean? Gonna take a lot of shading to get that all good and
Painting with
lost.
squirrels, said Dr. Duck Donaldson. Painting with squirrels, said, He's a quack.
He's
Painting
a
with squirrels,
quack.
said, Oh.
He's a quack, for sure. We might be able to pull this off, though, and I'm starting to become happy about it. It starts to look like I took a doodle and did something
Painting
with it.
with squirrels, said, Honey.
There's a whole lot of moments in my brain when I'm doing all these where I'm like, what are you doing, bro? This is neither entertaining nor good art, but that's just me pooping on my day, you know? What is this? What is that? Let's just work on these feathers. It'll pop into us sooner or later, eh?
Painting with squirrels, said, It's quack.
So, Pop, when you get out here, you ready to do some disc golfing? We don't even have to carry around clubs, yo. I'm super stoked. And we have a couple courses here, which should be fun. One's in Bayard, which is down the road a little bit, in a separate town. I was hoping to make this into a fire dancer and give it to the people who came, but we turned it into a swan instead. I think it was a good choice. They did subscribe, so maybe they'll send in a cool design in the future from Oklahoma. My pop's probably outside enjoying the sunshine. Every time the sun shines in Seattle, Washington, they are outside soaking it up. A Rocket League rocks.
Painting with squirrels. Said, super sunny here. Boomerly.
Nice.
Said, Pop says you will see a hole I am one and not OUTSIDR watching you.
Bob says you will see a hole in one and not outside watching you.
Hurricane Bad West Coast.
This guy's all about the frisbee golf, huh? Painting with squirrels, hurricane bad on the west coast. I heard one was traveling up north to Canada on the east coast. Am I wrong? Or was that on the west coast? I don't know where it was. I don't pay attention. What color should this swan be? Let's put some color into it, eh?
East Coast Canada, it's West Coast NL.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my buddy was talking about it yesterday. Because he had never seen one travel north, and I thought, yeah, I think once before I remember hearing like a rogue hurricane going north to Canada. Maybe in the 90s or something like that.
No HURRYCANES in Silver City, just you.
Doesn't happen often.
Painting with squirrels. Said, 43-foot waves.
What? I'm sorry. Yeah, 5-story buildings and such, you know, just chilling.
Took houses off their foundation.
I know it's not funny, but a little bit. What those houses doing out there? Ask me again later. I'll tell you the same. What your house is doing out there?
Said, holy moly, why?
No sympathy for the devil. But if you got your house sitting on the beach somewhere, you probably got enough money that you know what's going to happen sooner or later, right?
Painting with squirrels. Said, enjoying the views.
Nice.
Painting with squirrels. Said, nut bars on a covert shoreline. Boomerly. Said, No sympathy. People caused all of it.
People caused all of it. Yeah, yeah, and they're sitting there. We do some good work here, don't we? I watched this Texas YouTuber. Him and his girlfriend, all they do is scuba dive inside the river through Austin, and they just pick up sunglasses, clothes, vape pens, all kinds of vape pens, by the way, just vape pen, vape pen, vape pen, vape pen, vape pen, and they just keep stocking it up, loading up bags full of this garbage. iPhones, they returned iPhones to people. It's quite the show, but there is quite a mess.
Free therapy, thanks.
And it certainly is nice to see people doing something. It's a good little show. Call this the Renard Swan. The Renard Swan. Oui, oui. I can hand deliver this back to him. Be like, here's your swan, fool. Here's your swan, fool. All right, we got a swan beak. Let's work some color into the swan beak.
Our swan's good to eat.
Our swan's good to eat. Okay, so a long time ago, this is a fun story. Me and my mom were traveling back to house. I'm a kid, and we're traveling by a turkey farm. And my confused small brain asked a humane question, a simple question, which is, are turkeys good to eat? Honestly, forgetting that Thanksgiving ever occurred. And, yeah. Are turkeys good to eat? Which is a real question even to today. Standards. Beautiful creatures turkeys are, man. Wow. Seeing them in the wild, natural, just fluffy birds. 5 a.m. like in Santa Rosa, California, just walking in the woods in the fog. What a sight to behold. Of course, since then, Santa Rosa pretty much burned down, so I don't know how it's going out there now.
You were asking an honest question, but y'all got on my nerves. Heart.
That's just human beings being humans. Like, you got a lot going on. Then a kid gives you a weird question like, what the hell, bro? It's hard to stay in the moment. Easy to jump out. So how are we gonna, what is this? What does this swan vibe with? How do swans look? What does a swan look like when it's underwater? What does a swan look like when it's above water? The black swan. Hello, love. Hello, love. How about if we bring this rather orange through underneath? This is guessing. We just guessing. Yes, indeed, we just guessing. A swan got a messed up bill. He got a messed up bill. My swan here, he gets in fights, yo. UFC champion. Swan Christensen. He goes out in the pond and beats other swans up for no reason. They were just trying to be cool, looking pretty in front of the ladies. But not Swan Christensen. He got swan problems. And let me tell you, you don't want swan problems.
Boomerly said, maybe I was high in the brain shift, harsh my buzz law. Otter said,
That's funny.
hello.
Otter, what's up? Hello, welcome back.
I love your swan details.
Oh yeah, the swan characteristics, yo. Swan life. Hashtag swan life. Well, let's go. I mean, I really don't know what I'm doing, and that's part of the fun. Happy Saturday to everybody. I hope the stream is not cutting out. So far, so good. We are an hour into it, and the stream has not cut out. Yesterday, I think it decided to break itself up into 5 different streams, which was a little bit annoying. I mean, it might have been 3 streams, but still. Unconventional YouTube, you know?
I almost got in a car accident on
Oh,
my way
my.
from work today. Scary stuff.
Oh, my. Well, glad it was just an almost story, yeah? No one wants accidents. It's so interesting. Like I'm looking at the video that you guys see because my monitor's just to the right. So I'm looking at that video, and obviously the drawing I'm doing. So I'm trying, as usual. It just looks better on the video, and it allows me to be happy about whatever this is going on.
Said, some guy with a trailer decided my lane was also his lane and almost hit me. Luckily, I am a freaking ninja behind the wheel, and I narrowly avoided the dumb person.
Nice. Now we just got to bring those kind of ideas into our regular lives where we can avoid all the dumb people around us, yeah? That could be impressive. Imagine how much we get done. That's It's one thing battling traffic. It's the other thing battling walking. We got some characters in this town. Man, I love this town. So the other day I'm walking downtown, and there is this woman. Hang on, I'm going to tell you the story.
By the way, too bad it's my sworn enemy is an otter.
And too bad your sworn enemy's not her. Okay. So I'm walking downtown, and this woman is going into the local grocer, which is the co-op, 2 blocks from my house. She is dressed and hair done and child in stroller. We're talking, it looked like 1937. Ultimately beautiful, ultimately like this shining star. Her child, a stroller. It looked like I mean, my vision was just back in time. The way her makeup was done, it looked like a 1950s photograph. I guess 50s, not 30s. Maybe 30s, maybe 40s, somewhere around there. That she was just rocking that. And I was just so impressed to see that this town is full of that vibe where people, they want to do something, they just do it. We got a 6'8" bouncer here who dresses up like, you know, he's the what did Kelsey call him? I don't know. He's a bouncer for some bar in town, but he often does it in drag, which is hilarious because he's like huge, and you know, no one wants to get thrown out of the bar by the drag queen. So it's rather fun in this town where anybody can do whatever the heck they want, yeah? And no, she wasn't the Amish. It was literally like she was a period piece. That's the best way I can explain it. Like her husband probably was in the same vibe where they just rocked these kind of clothes. There's really nothing to do out here except for live your experience. And this was their experience that I was witnessing.
Sounds like my kind of town.
So cool. So cool. I mean, I wish I could have got, you know, I'm never that intrusive to be like, wow, can I get a photo of whatever the hell's going on here? I let people do their thing, you know. I know I have enough activity with cameras around me constantly. So I try not to bring that into other people's worlds. It's just so neat to see. We have such a great car club and like I don't know, just the classics.
You should do something like that.
Well, I'm the wild artist. Look, I'm the 27th art gallery in this town. There were 26 other ones before me. There are now 1, 2, 3, at least 3 or 4 that are after me. So there's more than 30 art galleries in this town at the moment. My art and this experience, what I'm bringing, the live YouTube, being here for people, is different. It is different from what the other artists are doing. Most of the artists here in town, they don't, let's say, have their own art gallery. They work as a cooperative. So there's a lot of art galleries here in town that have like 5 different artists. But there are a lot of us who do this, just do their own art. One, my art is very specific. It's different from any other landscape painting ever. So that's unique. The YouTube vibe is kind of unique. And people have told me again and again, this is kind of cool. It's kind of what's needed in town because people kind of got complacent, you know. And, you know, I'm the young guy. I'm 50, yo. I'm the young guy in town. But now we got Adam Baker here in town, which I just love him. He's the guy who hooked me up with this cool-ass Cholo brush. It's a pinstriping brush for cars. Real cool. You get this all wet and just boop, line work, yo. He thought it could help me. I like it. I like the idea. and now I'm just trying to figure out what is the vibe of a swan other than pissed off. Those are the only swans I've ever seen in my life. Just angry birds. I mean, look at the scowl on his face. He is not a happy guy. So this is the water, eh? We miss half the swan. Let's we'll finish that line that way and that way. And we need to have the ass end of the bird, if you will. Pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna. I think this is pretty all right for a afternoon doodle that I was super confused about.
Painting with squirrels. Said, love it.
And now it's just about fine tuning, having fun with that. Having fun with that. Okay. Just some different pen work.
Have you thought about TikToking little bits of his? They would love it over there, lol.
Have I thought about TikToking little bits of this? Yes. Recently even. Because these are so specific and silly and just drawings. And yeah, I'll probably make 60-second videos for TikTok and doing that jazz. Let's make sure this black line kind of travels through. Now I'm interested to see what the kids who came in here with the Oklahoma group think about the swan. I would probably give it to them. Except it was Renard's doodle. And don't forget, if you all want to send me in a doodle, you're going to want to send it in too. We'll put it right up here on top. Send in your, I'm going to call him a scribble, to ...
Humorly
Shane
said, in Silver City you are jailbait kid.
at space dot glass. That's SHANE at SPACE dot GLASS. And then Boomer League says, in Silver City, you are a jailbait kid. Because I'm 50. That's gross. Okay, let's keep going with this bird. He needs a bird. He needs a bird butt. Blah, 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 blah. What does an ass end of a swan look like? What does an ass end of a swan look like? What does an ass end of a swan look like? I don't know. Don't know. All right, I'm goofy. My apologies to everybody trying to be normal on this Saturday. Oh, I see that their boudoir, it fans out pretty wild. So I'm guessing it keeps, like, this is the other back end, and so it just kind of keeps going. But how are these feathers? Okay, so they're probably going to travel up. Yes. where these feathers travel. Okay, so I pretty much had it. I kind of guess I know what a swan looks like, I suppose. Let's get his butt out of the water here. That seems about right. Front end, back end. Yeah, why not? It's a bird, man. It's moving. It's alive. It's alive. The problem here is that, yeah, that'll work. No problem. No problem. It's all about the angle, see? Just bang, 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 and swan butt. Psh. Do not question my authority.
Otter said, "In 2 weeks I will be in Green Valley. I'm excited, really."
Well, that's cool. I mean, you know, super close to Tucson. That's very cool.
The Oklahoma will be on floor and uses what you created. Can you even find the squiggle?
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be cool. I that's why I'm interested in seeing it. I kind of really, that's why I was wanting to do the fire dancer from Oklahoma, because there are the fire dancers, and he's a little kid, part of the scene, you know, watching his parents do that, and I was hoping to pull that off, really, but there's no way. But realizing that, I'm like, it's cool. They have my YouTube channel now. They'll see it. They'll watch. And maybe we'll do something in the future that he can send a doodle in, and it'll be fun for them to see their doodles be created. That's really what this is all about. That's really what it's all about. Something new, something interesting.
Humorly said, "Powwow fire dancing."
Correct. I guess we're doing a festival here, and it's like when I guessed, I was like, "So you from Oklahoma?" He's like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" But there was some native people out front in a van. I was like, "Oh, because I saw you in the van out here." He's like, "No, that's not my van." But, you know, he's here with hundreds. I think he said hundreds. All right. Anyone here earlier when he was here? He's here with a lot of other people, and they're doing a festival here in Silver City. I guess they do it every year. And that's super darn cool. Super darn cool. My bird's looking pretty. He's a swally swan. Swami the swamp swan.
Said, "I used to have a dog named after that, Parker. Sharpie. He was the chillest little guy ever to put
Yeah.
his paws on his head."
Oh, a dog named Sharpie. What a great name. What a great name for a dog. Hey, Sharpie. What's up, Sharpie? That's beautiful. It's tragic that they live such short, creatively wonderful lives, isn't it? I haven't picked up a new friend. Oh, look at that. The sheen was getting in the way. You guys couldn't even see any of that. The Charlie Sheen was in the way. I think it's the above lights. It's not so bad. Get over it.
Otter said, "He was a tiny all-black Shih Tzu, and he had no worries ever.
Oh, I love Shih Tzus, dude.
Then he would do all he could to get you to give it to him."
Literally, I'm not really a small dog guy, but if there was, I once got to roommate with a house people who own Shih Tzus. The smartest, most fun. Like, those dogs are put on this planet to have fun. And that's what they like to do. They're just cute. You got to have like a low everything for them because of their stature. You know, you don't want to hurt them while jumping off beds and things like that. So there's a lot of things you got to take care of with Shih Tzus. But, oh my gosh. if I had a small dog again and I had a choice at a dog, which I would never choose a dog, I kind of let them choose me. But it would be a Shih Tzu, yeah, for sure. And if you don't comb their hair, they get these little dreadlocks, and you can actually have a sporty little dready dog who's happy about it. They obviously get matted if you don't take care of them, but this isn't about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about style, man. I love Shih Tzus. Corgis, another super smart dog that I got to enjoy. Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, it's 100%. And it's a weird dog that they don't mind. They're like, yeah, look at my outfit. I'm an Ewok. Yeah, they're super cool. I mean, yeah, yeah. We got a swan happening. We got a swan happening. Okay, so there's that swan. Swan. Let's do the swan butt. Everybody get this swan butt. Everybody get that swan butt. Move that swan butt. I'm sorry, guys. I'm out of my mind today. It's a beautiful day. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of wildness. I think I'm super excited about going disc golfing this afternoon. Doing something a little different, you know? I could take my electric skateboard there even and just rock it. 9 holes. Run them. You could do it in about from 10 minutes to like 50 minutes. So if you're like, knew your way around, you just went wang, 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 you could get the whole 9 holes in 10 minutes, which is pretty cool. Their club has me working on some designs for the sign, and so that's kind of what inspired the whole thing. Was he just wanted some help artistically, and then I realized, wait a minute, this is what you guys are doing? Sign me up. And they signed me up. I'm all signed up. We're making a swan today. And now we just got to shadow it all in, make it all look pretty like this part of the swan. And the swan be chilling, yo. I really don't know what's happening in here still, so maybe a swan medallion. Obviously, this is just how his cartoon wing works, so maybe he's got some special...
Otter said, "What sort of animal do you think you would be if you were an animal?"
Well, I used to really admire the feline creature. The older I got, the more I realized... What have I realized? I kind of adapted to like the lizard idea where I was in the sun and I just really loved sitting on a rock in Tucson, Arizona and just soaking it up out there in the desert, taking hikes. So that was like midlife, was more like this just desert dweller. That's a good question. People who know me, any answers? Monkey. That was kind of my thing as a child too. I remember in English class in high school, we took those tests that turned us into, there was like, this is the animal that you'd probably be. And sure enough, monkey was it. So I like that. I like the conniving nature of the monkey, to be quite honest. Kung Fu Panda, I like that character. You know what I mean? So maybe the guy who's trying to create a little bit of difference, a little bit of, maybe not chaos, but something like it. Throwing wrenches in systems. It seems like what I do. I was in line in a bank in 1990, what was it, 4? And I'm in line in a bank, and I'm standing there waiting to do my bank transaction like everybody else in line at the bank. And at that moment, I realized I don't want to be like everybody else in this line at this bank. I will still enjoy the line at the bank. I will still do business, but I will not dress like these fools and look like these fools and act like these fools. I kind of made that strong decision that day standing in a bank. I then started to grow out dreadlocks for real and be like the same guy standing in line at the bank, but not them. So I don't know if that's a monkey thing. I don't know if it's a trait of a monkey to try to get. I think they're pretty down with the whole, like, being a monkey, and everyone's a monkey. You got to act like a monkey. But you throw them in a human world, and I don't think they agree too much. But to be quite honest, I'm not sure. I would have guessed you, Otter, but you had said your natural enemy. I think if we scroll up on the chat, was an otter. Or is the natural enemy your too bad my sworn enemy is an otter. It's a swan.
Well, have you ever heard of Harry Houdini?
Got it.
A man from the 70s who escaped from every enclosure he was kept in. Maybe monkey is fitting.
That's cool. Harry Houdini. Yeah, of course, everyone, I would hope, has heard of Harry Houdini. But I come from a different time. A time before internet. A time before microwaves. But yeah, I even have a Harry Houdini book. Faux show. Quite the guy. Here's what I find intriguing about Harry Houdini, if I may share. It was well known that he told his wife, he's like, look, if there is an afterlife, and when I do pass away, I will be in touch. Yeah. Silence. So, that one story has kind of intrigued me. Because, yeah, he was a magician and an artist and an entertainer. But I'm guessing if there was one person who could pull that off, it would be the guy who tried all of this stuff all the time. So, didn't give me much faith in an afterlife. I'm not saying there isn't one, of course. But, if Harry ain't talking, what's up, dog? Where you at, though? Where you at, though? This swan is looking fly. The thing's looking fly still? Can things still look fly? Is that okay? Dated myself once again. We're going to give these a little darker down here because they're obviously underneath the light. Getting awfully hungry. Suppose I could do a hard-boiled egg. Yo! My neighbor yesterday says, hey, you like homemade tortillas? I'm like, what? Yeah?
Otter.
What the hell?
Swans are scary when they fly, especially when you're in a kayak in a small lake and you don't know where that swan wants to land.
Yo, swans are scary. Don't get me started about their abusive behavior. But anyway, back to these tortillas, yo. Homemade tortillas. My neighbor, his brother, is like, yo, I made these tortillas. And now I know they're legit because he's like, hey, are you sure you're going to eat them? You're not going to waste them, right? I'm like, no, of course not, man. I used to go in Mexico and buy tortillas and have them all done by the time I got back to the house. I'm like, are you kidding, man? Just started eating them. Homemade tortillas. I am beside myself because I hate purchasing tortillas in the store. They are all full of sugar and crap. None of them are real. I have to go to Mexico to enjoy real tortillas, but now I got a dude who makes them. What's up? You want to party? You guys like to party?
Otter said,
Corn tortillas or flour?
Yo, and then it surprised me with flour. I was expecting corn 1,000%. I'm like, yeah, for sure. I love homemade corn tortillas. There's nothing wrong with it. But then he pulls out a rack of a dozen flour tortillas. I'm like, what? Yo, I could put peanut butter on these. Straight peanut butter and jelly tortilla, yeah. I haven't done that yet, but I've just been eating them. I was thinking of going and buying a burrito from the burrito lady and taking out all of her ingredients and putting them in these homemade tortillas. But I'm pretty sure that she makes her own tortillas too. So. But that was the first thing I thought of. Rocket Man rocks.
Otter said,
I love a good tortilla, especially when it's in a burrito form with lots of pico de gallo.
Dude, that's it. Nailed it. Nailed it. You were not wrong. Okay, so the underlayment is a little darker than I expected. But you know what that means? It just means I have to go darker with some of these, and it just all blends in. So don't worry about that, folks. Enjoy the process. Sit here and keep talking about whatever. But I've noticed my flaws in this immediately. It is not lost on me. It's not lost on me. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Unless you're jumping on a trampoline, there are no accidents. I thought that was genius. I heard that from a buddy of mine yesterday. He was like, yeah, I had my kids, they had a trampoline out back, and I had to remind them that there are no such thing as accidents on a trampoline. I was like, oh man, that is so true. That is some wisdom. You dropped the bomb on me. Okay, now we'll just keep bringing the colors forward.
said,
I think I am most excited about the food in my trip soon. I come from the land of fade Mexican food. I cannot wait to have something not Americanized.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Green Valley. It's gonna be nice. Towards Tucson. For sure. You dropped a bomb on me. We're just darkening up the tops. Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. Last thing you want is crazy transitions in all of this, I suppose. So. Holy shit. The Oklahoma people band took off. I wish I listened to the exact name of the festival that they're going to be doing the fire dancing at. I suppose I could find it online. Silver City events and all.
Otter said,
Daily reminder to check your posture and drink a glass of water, by the way.
Oh man, that's a G move from Otter. Thank you. Good point. Made me sit up straight immediately, and I'm going to go back and get me some water. I'll be right back. Water. 7 grams of protein. Done.
Otter said,
Mr. T pities the fool with back problems and poor hydration.
Absolutely the best. Cheers, everyone. You dropped a bomb on me. Okay. No big whoop, other than the mistake I made there. Just gotta take our time, you know. That's the things with these drawings. Every time I realized where I was super frustrated when we started this project and I had no idea what to do, to getting an idea and still finding frustration because, you know,
Otter
how do you achieve it?
said,
I recently bought more into my dumb hobby. I curse my dad for giving me such an expensive one. But I don't regret the purchase really. Maybe I can use it to kickstart a YouTube thing.
And remind me, please, of said dumb hobby. I apologize. But all hobbies are expensive, no matter what.
Otter said,
I like Guns Law.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. That's more than just a hobby. You can definitely feel confident in life with that little hobby.
Otter said,
I bought a new one from Rupert.
Nice. That is awesome. Viva la Texas. Speaking of Texas, I've been watching Kill Tony a lot lately. Took so long to get into it. Viva Las Vegas. One doodle later, this is not looking bad. I'm pretty pleased with a Saturday like this. Enjoy some drawing and then into some frisbee golf. I'm definitely going to be taking cameras out there to catch some of these wicked hits we pulling out there on the field. You're going to say, what can't this
Painting with
guy do?
squirrel.
Painting with squirrels said.
said, wicked. Painting with squirrels.
Wicked indeed.
Thank you.
Wicked indeed.
Otter said,
They'll make it an Olympic sport after watching you play, I am sure.
Yeah. It's like you know me. I mean, I literally just brought it up to my pop, who's listening or outside or whatever he's doing right now. And then he threatened me with a hole-in-one that he's going to make. Psh, this guy. Talk about some confidence. Where do I get it from? So I just kind of learned this feather thing from doing it right now. Because I've never really done feathers, yeah. But it seems like as long as you upswing, it looks like a feather. Look at all these little feathers. And this one's a little goof, but you know, look at these bigger feathers just sneaking through because it's just all like, I'm a feather. That's how they work, yeah?
Otter said,
Have you ever heard of competitive table setting? I want to see that
Yeah.
in the Olympics.
Yeah. I've heard of competitive table setting. I used to wait tables way back in the day. And it was even a thing in the 90s, yo. Bored-ass wait staff and bus boys. That's hilarious, yo. Look at this swan. Look at this swan. Being swan-like. All pissy. Look at that face. Look at that face. That is an untrustworthy bird. Okay? Do not turn your back on that face. He will hunt you down. Look at this swan. Being swan-like. Look at this swan. Being swan-like.
Otter said,
He is looking for new enemies in that drawing.
Heck yeah, he is. He does not look like a happy camper. Let's just say if I was at a lake with some bread,
Look up and show silence.
I would say that guy had enough bread. I try to give bread to other birds. You know? He woke up and chose violence. That's hardcore, man. So what does the swan body down here look like? Probably getting wider. Yeah, we'll run one of those that way, and then we'll run it that way. Is there his chicken breast would be right around here, underneath the water, you know? That'd be the whole swan breast. So I'm guessing it happens here, and let's just bulge out his feathers maybe here. Is that gonna look right? Yeah, probably. Because again, art is all about looking like something and not being.
It's probably usually covered in the blood of its enemies.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, that'll work, I suppose. I mean, I don't know what to do down here. I'm just trying to kind of finalize it. And I think we're almost finished with a doodle today. And I cannot express more interest in you all sending me some doodles, scribbles. Right now, if you want to see the one I got is now that's the next one, unless you all send me in a doodle. yesterday's dragon painting, or dragon drawing. Looks like that. Maybe we'll finish that. I just want to stay away from the paints until I get my fans fixed here, and then I can start painting again.
Otter said,
That scribble looks like a squirrel, just saying.
Squiggly looks like a squirrel. There's the tail. No shit, it's a squirrel. Well, someone just made that easy. Thank you very much. Good job, Otter.
Otter said,
That would be $10.
You got it.
said,
JK.
Hook up into your PayPal account. We'll send that money right back to you. And that's how money flows, you know. It goes from one person to another, and then later it goes from that person back. And then we all just live on this little planet. Pretty cool, huh? What do you think of my swan, guys? Pretty stoked about it. I keep asking for like compliments. I know you guys like it. Don't worry. I like it. You like it. Everybody like it. I just love shading now. Shading is like my new favorite thing. And I'm literally looking on the television while doing it. It's kind of fun. Like seeing things happen. Why haven't I been drawing this whole time, you know?
Otter said,
I keep saying that I need a millionaire investor to invest in me. They won't see any return on the investment at all, but I think it's a genius investment.
It certainly is, right? You're like, nah, check out my jams. This is what I do. They're like, what do you do? And they're like, shooting? Yeah. Yeah, what's your ROI? Yeah, what's that? Your P&L? Yeah, I don't know. What's that? There is no return of investment, son. You're investing in life. Yo. That's a freaking swan, yo. That's a freaking swan, yo. It's my swan, yo.
Kiara is the
The ROI is the smile they will see on my face when when I buy dumb things with their money. Yeah. Dramatic music to go with the swan. All right. I think I've had fun today. I think you all had some fun today. I really appreciate everybody. Play a little jam.
Otter said,
What kind of music would a swan listen to? Heavy metal?
Heavy metal.
Otter said,
More like that angry 90s gangster rap.
Cause I'm a swan and I float around. Ba, ba, ba. Maybe like a Nirvana. He's just raging. Probably wears a flannel, like swan flannel. You heard? You heard of that swan flannel? I really don't know what to do in here still. I think we should just leave it as an artistic expression. You know? I mean, I could put an eyeball in there. That'd be weird. No one wants that.
Otter said,
Oh, also your camera lens has smuts on it. Top rightish.
Oh yeah, so the camera lens spots. I bought this camera. I thought, oh, this is too good to be true. 4K camera for only under $100. And it was cool, but I pointed it at the window, and with this camera you need to work on the focus, the zoom, and the aperture. So it has 3 different things. I did not know that in the beginning. So the moment I turned it around towards my window and, enjoyed the outside process of Silver City, it then burned a hole into multiple spots. Now, I bought another camera, same camera company, same thing, so that I didn't have to do the spots on the art. That camera doesn't work on this computer. It only works in my gaming computer in the other room. So when I'm gaming or doing all that jazz, that's where that camera works.
Okay, still looks nice though.
Soon enough. I'll get my stuff in order so that we can get all this rocking and rolling, with all the proper technology. But as you can see, let's zoom in on the outside, eh? You see how that aperture works? Just closes off entirely, yo. It's so hard to see. It's so darn bright out there, yo. Like, there's nothing I can do here. Yeah. Anyway, too ridiculously bright.
Otter said,
Bright light, bright light.
Come on. All right. So I guess I'm done with my swan today. I thank you all for hanging with me for these couple hours. The internet did not cut out, which was a benefit. We did work on this yesterday. Here, let me move this way. Ah, hang on. So difficult. Camera's goopy and small. Whatever. Yeah, so we did work on this one yesterday. Started putting in a lot of the trees, and you can't see it, but there's a good 10 inches below this with a lot of ground. We are so close with this painting. I am super stoked, super excited. I have this tree right here. I'm kind of working on it. I don't think you guys can see it, but there is a beginning of a tree here. Once we get grasp on this tree, we do the cloud highlights, and then we can highlight the rest of these plants, and we're all done with that one. I can then hang it up on the wall and sell it for lots of money. Yeah, I wash my hair. I mean, what? What? But until then, we did a swan painting today, a swan drawing. Had some fun doing it. Thank you all very much for joining me on this Saturday morning Art Goon. Oh, you can't even see that silliness. There he is. Pissed off little swan. And again, check out my other videos. If you want to know how to get a hold of me, www.space.glass is my website. Contact us through there. You can see all kinds of groovy things on my website, by the way. Games, art, all kinds of groovy stuff. Anyway, thank you all very much, and I will see you
Otter
soon.
said,
Have a good day. Kilvin is golf today, champ.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon, yeah? Next week, we're going to do this again, of course. But throughout the week, we should be doing some